about proving God, okay? You don't have to prove God to prove the resurrection, because it's about history. It's about looking at history and investigating history, and you've got to have a criteria. My criteria that I have used for my understanding of Christ has been the criteria of what historians use. Um, I have a criteria here. Um, by Lycona, number one, explanatory scope, explanatory power, plausibility, less ad hoc. Um, those are basic ideas that historians use in investigating history. And so unless you've got a criteria to investigate history, then you're not really going to get anywhere. And in your video, we didn't see a criteria. We didn't see any scholarly criteria for how to investigate history. The task that is confronting us is to investigate the historical Christ, and you didn't show any awareness of any of the source material of the time of Christ. You didn't show any awareness of the scholars that have done work on this. Um, in your video, you showed a picture of A.W. Pink's book. A.W. Pink is not a New Testament scholar. He's a great Bible scholar, fundamentalist Bible scholar, but he is not a great New Testament scholar. And I have used, and you use that as a picture to show that you've looked at the scholarship in this area, but that shows that you really haven't looked at the scholarship in this area. A.W. Pink is a straw man. He's not really, he's a great Bible scholar and I love the guy, but he's not in the league of these people when it comes to New Testament scholarship. Okay? So you're behind in that area. Whoops. And so the task is the historical investigation, looking at Tacitus, looking at Josephus, looking at Clement, looking at the Greek dynamizing gods, so-called, looking at their hymns, which I have done, looking at their ancient books, uh, looking at Hume's scholarship. I've been looking at epistemology and the scholars who have commentated on David Hume. It's a historical task. It's a philosophical task, um, but it's certainly not. It's not a task that the way you've described it. You've not engaged in the scholarship that is required on this topic in any shape or form. The Bart, all you've done is you've used Richard Carrier, uh, Earl Doughty, maybe Dr. Price. You've used them uncritically, and Bart Ehrman in an uncritical way. And the issue really is a historical issue of how we understand the historical information, um, and maybe a debate about miracles. All right, philosophically speaking. The other issue, the third issue, is about worldviews. It's important to know